We got Medusa the Gamer against Happy the Emperor. The first match has started, and as you can see, the last couple of matches between the two were... Wait, that's not the right score thing. Happy doesn't play in WSB. But the matches were quite close, especially the second last one in Angeline Cup, the 4-3. And Remo, on one of the past couple of days, I don't know exactly when, there was a game tape of Life versus Undead, and that was Life versus 120 in the team battle in Ancient of Wonders Cup. And my lord, did Life whoop ass of 120 in that match, despite your beloved Frostworms.
Ooh, actually I haven't seen those games. Yeah, Frostworms have sometimes looked insane in 120's hands. We've been wondering what the answer might be. Maybe Life has found it. There was a long win streak that Life had as well against 120. Then 120 seemed to build a bit of a win streak for himself. But yeah, the match you mentioned seemed to break that again. Maybe that means Life has put women and PUBG aside and is again a true gamer.
Exactly, and hopefully he didn't shower. That's also very important for the real gamer feeling. Speaking of gaming, Remo, I am not 100% sure how much of an Undead gamer Happy is at the moment. M Cup is starting Monday, and M Cup is of course all the random races. And Happy was seen on Warcraft Champions already, off-racing a lot.
Yeah.
So not full focus on regular Undead gameplay. Maybe that's Life's chance.
Yeah, Happy, to be honest, also he hasn't been practicing the way that most people would on ladder against the best and maybe in custom games, but rather on Battle.net. So, you know, competition there is what it is, but whatever training methods he chose over the last few years, even if they may seem a little unconventional, we cannot doubt the results. He's still #1 in the numbers.
That's true, and for the most weeks, gap is not getting any closer. Happy leaps and bounds ahead of the competition. Shout out to YouTiao for the show match and the sponsors of YouTiao, of course. We got a clean creep by Life, 1.8. Very, very nice. Happy's Acolyte couldn't do anything, but Happy also on the way here. Finds a ring, always nice, a little protection against the Demon Hunter.
Tech has begun with Life being a couple of seconds ahead. This normally doesn't have to mean much, but when it comes to Naga versus Naga, those seconds can matter a lot, actually. And last couple of times we saw Happy play, I think it was mostly about the Naga. Unlike 120, Happy not a big fan of the frosty dragons with dual heroes.
That's such a cool dynamic in this matchup between the top players of this world. Life is the best mechanical Night Elf. Happy is the best mechanical Undead. And against each other, they are playing Naga, Demon Hunter Naga plus DK Naga, and then they fight till death. That's mostly what the mid-game is around. Every other player of the races shies away because they know, okay, I can't hang with Life skills. I can't hang with Happy skills. And 120, therefore, is going DK Lich. Happy, though, you know, I'm better than you. Let's brawl. And this is what we can expect in just a couple of seconds.
Yeah, double boots here picked up. This has all the makings of a double Naga. If the Undead wants to play Naga, he needs to make sure he can run away from the demon if needed. That's why you need those boots. If you're playing Lich, there's no need for boots, really. Sometimes we see them with a Lich, but it's pretty rare. Happy is quickly telegraphing what this matchup, or rather this mid-game, is going to look like. And yeah, it's going to be ruthless aggression.
Okay, Mr. McMahon, let's go. We got Chaos Pod with the first sub of the day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Starting the weekend. Nice. Life's position against the trees worries me there a little. If he's looking to the base for just a second, Happy could punish that. But yeah, it's the calm before the storm.
Forces are under attack.
And Life would like to see nothing more than Happy starting the Merc Camp creep here, and then him having an easy creep Jack. But Happy is, of course, not going to fall for it, not going to do that. He's just chilling here. But as long as he's keeping the demon busy and keeping him on his toes, keeping him honest, so to say, that means he's not creeping. That means he's staying level 2 for a long time. Level 3 is far away. And the level 3 demon is a lot more scary than the level 2 demon, let me tell you.
That is correct. This is Life first with the Naga. Happy has been zoned away from the tavern, actually. His tech is not finished yet. Now the zone is free and he could poke through it. What's Life going to do? Is he just aiming for the shop and not going for the brawl?
Yeah, this is very unusual. He is trying to snipe this cam. Maybe he knows he has a bit of a tech advantage and he has this time. Very willing to TP out if it comes to a creep jack. But Happy doesn't have the vision, doesn't have the info right now. By the way, look at the beautiful vision for life. He's got red dots everywhere on the map. Makes it way easier for him to estimate where his opponent is, what he's up to. Happy right now has no clue what the enemy army is doing.
Yeah, for real-life humans, it's really bad if you have red dots everywhere. But for the Night Elves, man, that is perfect. Nice little vision in the map. The Ancient of War goes down, unfortunately. So we take each other's shots away. Circlet, of course. Ring on the Demon Hunter, also nice. And Life just goes straight into the base.
Gonna force a tech cancel. Whoa, that slows Happy's tier 3 down immensely. Night Elf tier 3 already started. Now staffing home, not TPing home, because undeads don't carry TPs anymore.
That is correct, man. What a play by Life. Happy, I think, didn't see the game against 1-0 because Life did that exactly against 1-0. Kept him on 4 Acolytes. This is way worse. Kills, how many is that? 3 Acolytes dead. Plus, the entire time, because he knew the Acolyte would be falling, he couldn't tech. And also because of the presence of the Night Elf, he couldn't build his Slaughterhouse. So Happy's early tier 2 in shambles.
Yeah, really cool push by Life here. It started with the really cool creep route, where normally everyone is expecting Naga aggression and battling on tier 2. Life uses that knowledge and sets up a trap with it, creeping the camp first, then going to the main base. And then there was the one mistake by Happy. Didn't go for a narrow tower. You don't always have to go for a narrow tower, but if you don't see your opponent's army for like a good minute, you have to go for a narrow. Happy for once, it slips his mind, and this puts him pretty damn far behind.
Very good point with the narrow. Tried to be greedy, but greed gets punished sometimes. This is... Oh, he gets level 2 and 3. Was that last hit by... Yeah, but last hit by Life. That is so important for the double level up. Demon Hunter level 2 mana burn now. Naga with Fork Lightning. Really, really nice start for Life.
The amount of items aren't insane, but they're pretty nice indeed. Later on, if he gets more tank items, he can pass the mantle and gloves to the Naga as well. Perhaps you should do that already. And we're nicely moving on to tier 3. A minute lead on tier 3 for the Night Elf. This is something you normally never see this way. Normally, it's the other way around.
Very nice. Oh, damn. And again, it has to be said, everybody says, oh, life best micro, mechanics. But dude has gotten really smart in these matchups. And while the matchup was pretty stale for a while, he finds new timings, new approaches. And Happy apparently, yeah, that's the mistake. If you don't watch back to Warcraft, man, you're falling to exactly these timings.
That's right, people. If you watch back to Warcraft every day, every consecutive day is +1 MMR. So, fit us into your training regiment, and that is a Neo guarantee.
That's how I got to 900 MMR on consecutive streaming day 810.
You see? It's just got to keep going.
According to Young Fang, I have a show match versus Hera coming up.
Okay.
Should I go into a micro battle with the dude? Coach?
I mean, just Crypt Lord Naga Fiend push. Go.
That's what I think. That's what I'm thinking. Go is also Life's motto here. Demon Hunter is roaming. We're still waiting for tier 3 by Happy. Bears are done already, and Happy now reaches level 3.
Yeah, if the Naga gets level 3, by the way, for the Night Elf, before the first big fight, that is the dream scenario. That is absolutely perfect. That means you can blow up ghouls fairly easy with level 2 Fork Lightning. That takes a lot of the punch away from the undead threat oftentimes. The first fight at tier 3 with Frenzy Ghouls is one of the hardest tests for the Night Elf. This is where the undead normally has the stronger army. But if you have the level 3 Naga to counter, then that goes a long way.
Very good point again, Mr. Demo Man. The wisdom is back on the broadcast. And we got heal wards that can be sweet. Happy with the big mana potion. That is, of course, what he always finds. He somehow manipulated game files in a way that this item drops for him forever.
I mean, you gotta do whatever it takes. If you aren't cheating, Neo, are you even trying?
Spoken like a true cyclist.
Tour de France, starting soon again, my friends tell me. I have a couple of friends who watch Tour de France. And I don't get it. That is the most boring sport of all time, but you know, to whoever, what they like.
I like the sprint sections.
All right. I like the crashes.
Dude.
The rest we can do without.
Yay. Okay, we'll see. We go to red spots here, uncontested by Life. He got the advantage, and in true Artosis fashion, when you're ahead, get further ahead. The classic mantra of RTS, which I think our gamers are valuing a little more these days. And Life is cosplaying as an undead now with more movement speed, more HP regen thanks to the Unholy Aura. Exactly what he wanted to see.
Yeah, sick item. If we ever get to Disease Cloud, this is the best item #1 on the map. And we might get there as well, by the way. You noticed Happy when the Lich came out and he had the tier 3 upgrades, Friendly Destroyer, did not go for a fight. Because the early game was really bad. His opinion might be, okay, I can't finish the job here early. If I go for a fight now, I'm going to be disadvantaged. So maybe he's going to go for late game casters. Either Banshees or Necros have seen a good amount of play lately.
Here we go. I think, yeah, Life got that Wildkin. Life got the Flute as well. That's really good for Demon Hunter Naga Dryads attacking the Destroyers, as it is a little bit of extra damage. Applies the Reju. He got the cheese from the bread, the big creep, the big item, and I'm really curious what Happy is doing now. He was a big fan of the temple. We've seen that in the previous show matches between the two. Not too much a fan of the worm, and I think also for that it's too late, and with Tri-Hero that doesn't work that way. For now, I would say Life outplays Happy every step of the way.
And the mana burst here. Oh, fantastic. This is
a disaster.
That's a nice little classic curse. Praising Life to the ends of the earth, and then there's the B2W rip. There's a mana shield as well, trying to save the other hero at least. Does he have the money for the res? Yes, he does. But Demon Hunter's hurt. Good thing is, the staff is still off cooldown. Didn't use it.
Exactly. And the Lich gets saved last second. Fiend in problem right-hand side. Dryad also microed. Here we go. Life is owning. Who needs a Demon Hunter? We have noticed a pattern. You have to lose the Demon Hunter 3 times to be in an uncomfortable situation. So we're only 1/3 along the way. Every single undead unit gets wiped off the earth.
Demon Hunter, if he dies again, then we're getting closer to that 3-point. Pretty sick that the Demon Hunter here dies, and then still Life takes the fight so well, wins this fight, goes to show how strong his early game was and how strong his mechanics indeed are. By the way, also, perfectly timed Coil Nova Fog Lightning execution. It perfectly went from like 50% to 0. And if you're just a little bit slow there on the reaction, that can cost the hero, but it doesn't have to cost the game. Life's still far ahead right here. What's he gonna do with it?
That is the big question. Expansion would be great. We're working on Wellspring, and as we say it, here comes the expansion. That's been something that we see a lot recently. Steph, again, not ready. One bear down. Happy trying to snipe from afar, but he has to rebuild, and he has 0 lumber. First abomination here, but he can only dream of Disease Cloud, as it's very lumber-heavy upgrade.
Yeah, with only 1 ghoul back at home on lumber, I think Happy can kiss all those late-game tech dreams goodbye. Disease Cloud might not even be possible, let alone something like Banshees. That is absolutely out of the question. Unless Happy makes more ghouls, which I guess now he's doing. That might take more time to build more into tech. That's of course what Life would love. More time for his expo.
Ooh, we get an archer saved by 24 HP. That's even more time. That's more resources for the scan. And Life now, of course, in a comfortable defensive position. Still keeping Happy busy in the middle of the map. He is 7 food ahead. His Demon Hunter is strong. His Naga is super strong as well. Happy lost the Destroyer on the left-hand side already. This one saved to the back, but not in fighting shape anymore.
Happy, you're struggling a bit with low levels. At this point, the DK is supposed to have reached level 4 a while ago to help with maneuverability and with healing. This is not the position normally Happy is in. Again, because of the very strong, also tactically smart early game by Life. And this is supposed to be a walk in the park right now. Yep, that's GG.
Life owns 1-0 on Thursday, and Life continues his rampage through the undeads on Friday. That was clean as a whistle. Except the Demon Hunter lost, but we ignore that.
And I think there's no way to save this Ancient of War, is there? Nope. Has to cancel it right away. Have fun without Ancient of War creeping, buddy.
Okay. It was an instant cancel, so it's not going to take too long. And of course, for Happy, this has a downside as well. He doesn't have a shop early on. He has to build a second necropolis. Everything is delayed here too. And I'm not sure if this ghoul pull is already worth it or if he needs more.
It's kind of hard to judge. Demon Hunter not being able to creep heavily at the start is certainly problematic. We saw how well he does with a couple of small items to help him out and a quick level 2 and 3. It's going to be much harder this time around. If that's another Ancient of War cancel, that would be very painful. Happy tries with the pull. The Wisp is there immediately, though, for the interception. I think life should be mostly fine here. Happy's going to be very low on lumber, and life is going to be very low on experience, and maybe also moon juice that he's going to need more of here.
Interesting. Yeah, Demon Hunter can, of course, creep up a storm with immolation. Just the question, how do you sustain that? I have to say, I've seen a lot of ghoul pulls in my life, even though I was late to most of them. This wasn't a super effective one. I think life is fine with the Sitch.
I think he's trying to figure out as well, how much do I want to creep here? How much HP do I want to lose? Not only is the Demon Hunter going to be low on moon juice, but also we're late on archers here. We shouldn't forget about that. We're starting late with archer production, only beginning now.
Very true.
In a moment.
And especially on Hammerfall, nice detonate. Especially on Hammerfall, the Turtle Hydra spots are oftentimes contested, and then you want 2 to 3 archers to support your Demon Hunter to kill ghouls, and that won't be possible here.
Also kind of a cool build by Happy here. Of course, you know, lumber is low, the shop is late, everything's kind of late for Happy. DK left the main already, doesn't have items, but he went for backpack, so the ghouls can bring items later for the so cost-efficient rod, of course. And this is a very, very unusual look for this matchup. We're 3 minutes in, 0 experience, and Life wants to make sure he doesn't spread himself too thin, again, with too much immolation creeping.
Exactly. 2026, year of backpack. You know, that's what they say. Quizler in the chat. I have a question regarding this matchup. Undead almost always goes for 3 heroes, but sometimes only 2. When do you decide to only go 2? If you don't want to brawl in the mid game, and if your late game plan is Frostworms, then you only stick with 2 heroes. If you want to go for a timing push, and if you want to brawl at tier 2, you go for triple hero.
Yep, it's about right on the pro level pretty much. Is there any other matchup where we see only dual hero for Undead?
Town is under siege.
Not really, right? It's
Not
almost
really.
always triple hero. Very often for Undead, you know, you have statues, best unit in the game, and the more heroes you have, the more value you have from the strong healing and mana region. And very often, much of the Undead army dies, but the triple hero survives long, and you get lots of value out of your triple hero. And you don't really are so reliant on level 5 and 6 on DK Lich, which are the 2 most popular, especially because ults are pretty bad.
Exactly, and the level 2 spells of Coil and Nova are strong enough already. Don't need the level 3.
The third hero is also very often synergized super well. In this matchup, for example, the Naga to slow down the demon, or the Worm to slow down the demon. This matchup is all about controlling that Demon Hunter.
Player's force is
Now, we go for the Hydra, spreads the poison, everything will be under attack. We have, interestingly, by the way, mana burn, no immolation, so the ghouls have a lot of freedom here.
Immolation would be really money right now. Maybe this Wisp is gonna be money for a bit more experience. Gets the double. DK almost on level 2. Fighting without Aura is also a bit uncomfortable for the Undead.
The German football national coach talked a lot about Aura during the nominees yesterday. Who has the Aura here so far? Still stalematey. Nobody's really confident. Nobody's really satisfied. Very interesting how this will unfold, because tier 2 will be finishing in pretty much exactly the same time.
Demon Hunter looking for that ghoul kill. Gets it in the end. Oh, taking a bit of a beating from those creeps. Ooh, 1 coil here. Could be deadly. Oh, DK. If he had been just a bit faster, maybe would have gotten it, but rather wants to go for the big item right here. He knows he has the time, as the demon has to fall back to heal.
Dude, what's Life doing now? His Naga is late, the map control is gone, Happy is taking over, gets the big consumable. Everything is hurt here, of course, so at some point he will be able to get the Naga. The Archer is waiting there already. But Happy getting both spots in the middle is huge.
Yeah. If this is 2 strong items, this makes taking the fight extremely difficult. Scroll the Beast, probably not that good, although can be hard for the knife to dispel at the same time. Next one, picked up double scroll. Okay, that is officially very unlucky. And a bit of a silver lining for life.
Player's forces are
Well,
under
well,
attack.
well. No mana pot, huh? Happy's item hack not working. Demon Hunter's making a bit of progress. Found the slippers is also sweet. Naga is out. Level-wise, we have some catching up to do towards the regular situation. And of course, all this contest in the early game means that Life can't go for the same play that he did on Autumn Leaves. The economy is untouched. The tier 3 is rising, same as the Slaughterhouse, and Happy adjusting really, really well.
Demon just found a fantastic item, the ring +5. If he makes it to level 4 with this skill build, no immolation, he's going to have level 2 evasion as well. On level 4, he's going to be crazy tanky, especially if he finds some more tank items, which he would love to get indeed. But I would say the early game here still goes to Happy. You know, there was a ghoul pull, there was some lumber loss, there was this and that, blah blah, but mostly the early game is about gathering items and experience. And especially with experience, Happy is a bit ahead still.
Will mostly come down to the first big push. Naga by Happy super well equipped. You always try to diminish the number of ghouls before the frenzy kicks in when they have lower value. But yeah, control surely with Mr. Emperor. We try to get some experience here for level 3 while the Naga contest is sweet play by Life. Doesn't get it.
Happy very lucky with the item here. Claws of Attack, the only item he really wanted from this camp. Low chance. I guess Circuit would have also been really good. But this is going to be a Giga stacked Lich or Naga. Or maybe he's going to share the love. Share in the wealth. We'll see about that. Oh, what is this? Happy with 6th Acolyte. Actually looking for the expansion.
Interesting to me. I thought with an early game like this, he would probably go in for a timing push. But maybe with a ghoul pull, you can't pull that off.
I guess he feels... maybe he just feels... Well, if I go for a big push, I might win the game. But if I go for an expansion here, he cannot break it right now with the lead that I have.
Oh, yeah, that's smart thinking. That doesn't happen to me, so I'm reliant on your insights in that regard.
Yeah, timing-wise, it seems to be working out pretty nicely. The power spike is hitting right as the expo is being built. Frenzy, Lich, Destroyer. But the expo isn't quite being built yet. There's a bit of money missing, but it's about to be ready.
Okay, Life then. Master Bear's done. Ultra Vision as well. No further upgrades. In the meantime, we have a shop. We have an orb. We don't have a staff yet. Demon Hunter keeps on pre-burning for the fight, but Happy with another big steal from creeps on the map. And the Demon Hunter is behind enemy lines. Is a staff in time? It is.
One more coil. If that's a mana stone, he's dead. Good thing. There's no mana stone. By the way, Happy, you know what? The way he's able to afford all this, he sold so many items. Double scroll sold. Ankh now sold. So that's a nice little bit of extra cash that was flowing in.
True that.
Player's forces are
Happy, of course, usually doesn't lose any heroes, so what's an Ankh even good for?
The Demon Hunter loves the Ankh. That's a very nice item for him, but he was not so far able to pick one up. Double level 3 heroes, strong. Demon Hunter items, strong. But Happy's position when the expo finishes, perhaps too strong to break down.
No narrow tower. That was a mistake on level 1 as well. Demon Hunter can maybe just cancel this. Body block, Acolyte. We see that versus human, but I don't think this is enough. Do we have a town portal on the Naga? We do. So a little bit of focus fire preventing the haunted gold mine. How many casualties though? 1 archer, 2 archer, a bear, 3 archers. All gone. Is everything in range? Just barely.
Yeah, Happy made it expensive, alright. Bear and 4 archers all dead. Normally they'd end up dying quickly in the big fight anyways, but you would like to have the damage still.
under siege.
Was that even worth it, I wonder? That was pricey.
Undead expansion is definitely win condition for Happy, so Life still has a chance despite not having a chance. So I guess from that perspective it works out. Wellspring coming. You want to rotate out archers anyway, just ideally deny them and not give them to the undead. And with that repositioning from north to south, Life gets the bottom left. So in that reposition aspect, it was a smart move.
He's gonna get the Ankh. Mana coming back in for cancel attempt. Can't really do it alone. There's an arrow here as well to slow him down. Life was seemingly not hesitating at all, or considering the possibility of a counter expansion. He's staying one base here, which means time is quickly running out. He's gonna have to go for an all-in very, very soon.
Yeah, finds the mana stone, not ideal. Could make the Naga actually very tanky if he decides to go for mana shield again. Or you sell it for invul, or you just get the invul like that. This is the level up, but not on the important Demon Hunter. No immolation against still a lot of ghouls. I worry that Happy's ghouls just eat everything that life has.
And Happy's also going to have a fantastic fighting position next to a narrow tower on Blight, next to the main base. It doesn't get much better than that. Happy has a supply lead already. It's just going to be growing. Yeah, this is going to be one hell of a task. But you right now in the under position, Neo, I think you could win that fight.
Thank you very much for your support here. I think the same. Even though my fights against Night Elf aren't that good, so maybe there would be a chance for life with his great mechanics.
You know how it goes, Neo. Nova, game over. All you need to do. Can Life keep his heroes alive? He has the double staff. He has invuln. He's got a couple of really good items actually on his heroes. Got the double level 4. Happy says, you know what? I'm getting tired of waiting. How about I take the fight to you?
Oftentimes, Happy is going for money per minute and trying to end the games as fast as possible. But yeah, that's what the push is looking for. 11:30 is the usual timing with the tier 1 expansion. Here now 13 minutes. Similar army. And there was a question in chat. Is it normal that you burn the statues? Yep, it's pretty good. Happy is extremely good in keeping his heroes away from the Demon Hunter. And if you can't find any other target, then burning the statue is wonderful before you burn nothing.
Money's about to burn a hole in Happy's pocket. 70 supply, huge army, still lots of room to grow, more upgrades, more heal scrolls. Not the most tech-heavy army here. Again, notice these Cloud A-bombs, wagons, or casters. Just Fiend Destroyer and the leftover ghouls. Speaking of leftover ghouls, by the way, did a ghoul even die in this game? I don't believe a single one did.
The ghoul survived. The Hydra contest wasn't scary because there was no immolation, there was no archer support. Yeah, you're right, I think.
Oh, wait. Up at the red camp when the demon got the boots and he was only level 1 or 2. He got 1 ghoul. All right. Life, you know, not bad. You got a single ghoul kill. Gonna need a couple more.
Really impressive. This map was oftentimes very contested between the two. Happy finds a nice way of shifting that around. Interesting switch. No mana shield this time. Going for Frost Arrow instead for more slow. And Life is not brute for... Oh my god. He's not brute forcing this. There's an Expo, but Happy scouts it immediately with the crystal ball or reveal or whatever it was.
Interesting. Demon surrounded. Staff magic gets him out of there. Happy knows immediately what's going on. Life. Interesting that he tries to expand this late. Wanted to get strong first. Wanted to get good levels first. He also has good upgrades. Life, if he holds the push by Happy, he might be in a good position, but that ain't gonna be an easy hold.
No, double heal scroll as well. Happy massively stacking up on healing. Probably Invo Potion as well. It's not rare to see him run around with 2 or even 3 Invo Potion. I think I said healing. I meant Invo Potion. Upgrade-wise...
Orphan time, baby.
Okay, baby.
We got 5 destroyers in the air. That's a lot of magic damage. They're losing damage potential every second that the mana is draining, but still it's there for a while. It's a scary time for the bears. Scary time also for the demon. Staff again to save him. Destroyers charging ahead. Not afraid of these measly dryads.
Oh, the bear survives actually. Happy with a little bit of a mistake with the focus fire, but cleans it up now. Ghouls ravaging the ground. Invo Potion on the Naga. Necessary dodges the coil. Demon Hunter is back. 64 food. The units are 2-2 upgraded. But how do you possibly save this Naga?
Oh, Rejuve running. Naga repositioning. Barely making it in time. Yeah, man, the Bears just never get destroyed. That's what they always seem to do. And now there's only Dryads left. Easy to snipe right after with a still impressive Fiend arm.
Oh, Destroyers won't do much in the late game stages of the fight, but the Fiends will eat up the Dryads. It's such an interesting dynamic between Undead and Night Elf as the units just simply counter each other, but Happy with the cleaner game, with the faster game, with the higher numbers that oftentimes win you matches.
Hold on here, but it is a terrifying, overwhelming force that the Undead is bringing to the table, or in this case, to this push. Demon, are we gonna see one more rip to close out map 2? Seems like Happy has tied things up here 1-1.
Damn. With the ghoul pull, the disgusting, inhonorable ghoul pull that paved the way for everything that happened after. Insane ripple effect on that early game move that Life, he wasn't careful enough. Ghoul pulls come and go in waves. They are here and they're a bit meta for 1 or 2 weeks. Then the Night Elves adjust.
Yeah, levels are going to be very important here. Levels and items. I think this is exactly what the first 2 maps showed us. In the end, Demon Hunter and Naga got very far ahead on levels and items, and also tech for Life to take the lead on map 1. And then Happy got the lead in the other way around on map 2, getting more experience, especially on second hero, getting the 2 items from the middle. Lots of gold from that, and the expo advantage. So, this is what both are going to be fighting for. Getting more creeps, more experience and items in the early game and towards the mid game.
That's right. And chat also saying something nice all about timings. You have to disrupt Happy's timings somehow. Question is always the how. And if you can't delay the timings, then maybe weaken the timings by taking out ghouls. And yeah, Life has to take out more ghouls than he has on map 2, which was a very clean affair. We see Immolation, makes me happy. We see a Claw, makes Life happy. Everybody's happy. Even Happy.
This is normally also a map where you can reliably find strong items, whether you're a demon looking for slippers and rings, and maybe also some claws, or Happy looking for damage. We have lots of items here to go around. This should be good news for both sides. But if we go very late here, and we creep up the entire map, oftentimes the can't even hold all the items, whereas the triple hero Undead always can. So that can be something going in favor of the Undead then.
True that. Acolyte Scout will die, not denied to the creeps. Bit of a pull. Happy as so often jumping from one green to the other green. He doesn't like orange camps too much on this map, even though he loves orange juice, as we learned in Sweden.
Almost as much as Oreos. I hope he doesn't eat them together in the same meal. That just sounds disgusting.
Well, you know, I'm a big fan of fries and milkshake, but Oreos and orange juice, that is indeed a bit weird.
Does your milkshake bring all the boys to the yard?
Oh, they're already there, Remo. No need to bring them.
I feel like we talked about this before on stream. Why is it again that after brushing teeth, orange juice is so disgusting? What was that again?
I have no idea, but I noticed that sensation.
I'm sure somebody in the chat knows.
Chat knows everything.
You think Happy, because he likes orange juice, never brushes his teeth?
No, I think Happy is very meticulous about that. He probably has a standard every morning, you know, like brushing 25.6 seconds on the left, 28.6 seconds on the right. Always the same timings and execution.
Perfect execution, of course, on that. Perfect strokes on all the different teeth. Yeah, I also, of course, not being serious. We've met him Happy many times, and I can confirm, chat, he does not have bad breath. I can confirm. Good news.
Right on.
So if you ever want to make out with Happy, don't be afraid.
Well, maybe ask first, if that's okay.
Players' forces are under attack.
Ask him if he brushes teeth, and then go for it.
Is under siege.
Well. We got double claws of attack now, and boots. Love to see it. Hunter's Hall also perfectly, like to the second in time for the tier 2. Both are gathering up. We got Happy close to level 3 though. Demon Hunter is here. Immolation and archers as well. Big time punish by Life.
2 ghouls taken out so far. There is a crucial coil coming in. Otherwise, that ghoul was also going to fall. Nice catch by Life. Even thinking about a block or a kill here, maybe. This is a wonderful ambush by the Night Elf.
Damn, what a read, dude. It's not that easy to read creep routes on this big map with so many options. And he's not even done yet. Body block number 2, 2026 year of body blocks.
Yeah, that was really good, man. 3 ghouls taken out. The Naga arrives. The danger for the ghouls ain't over yet. And the DK as well. Hurt over here. Beautifully done. Right before level 3. Level 3 would have been a big jump here for the DK. He's not there yet. Now he's hurt and Lich isn't here. And this camp likely is going to go to Life. And Happy, by the way, goes Lich second. Not Naga.
Was about to say, like, Lich? Yeah, Lich. He doesn't have anything close to the tavern. Doesn't have time for that. And Life just steals one of the earliest camps on the map away from Happy, who's trying to buy some time here. But I would say perfect mid-game for Life, who can unfold the game the way he wanted to. Maybe would have loved to push into the undead base again, but also knows that the Lich is gonna be there any second and instead goes to the shop. Happy has a rough game ahead of him now.
If this is 1-0 playing, being behind Lich second, I would say this is Frostworms for sure. Is Happy feeling inclined to play Frostworms here? I'm not so certain about that. Ziggurat for him is really late, by the way. This means the statue is also really late. This is some mistakes here for Happy creeping up in map 3.
Next up, pummeling the Lich. He will eat a Nova here. Once for the DK. I don't know if that was the perfect choice, but it's probably one of these repositional town portals where you know, okay, everything in this sector at the bottom is done with the forces that I have. I don't have any bears, I don't have any tanks, so I don't want to go for the red spot. Let's reposition, go to the north, go to the other shop where my Ancient is in position. My Demon Hunter is level 3, he can roam. My Naga can level and fetch some new items. I really like the game plan by Life here.
Yeah. Also, he burned 300 mana with that move. Coil Nova forced, mana burn as well, 300 mana gone, just for a TP, plus, like you say, repositioning. I think that's a great move. Love it. Happy also going pretty early into Fiend production. This is all the makings of a Frostworm.
Interesting. I agree. And by having seen Life destroy the Frostworm plays, very, very curious if he can do the same to Happy. Also on this map, Life was victorious against him, and we have the Boneyard confirmed.
Okay, cool. I haven't seen Happy play Worms in a while, and last time I saw him play it, I felt like, you don't look so practiced on them. I feel like 1-0 has been looking much better with them. The important thing is the positioning on the Worms. You need to have them sort of between the ghouls and the fiends. And then the fiends, very important to be early part of the army to snipe the dryads. Dryads have to focus whatever they can optimally, ideally the worm. And you need to pull the worm back properly into your statue range, into the coil range maybe, also ideally above trees. So it's kind of different from just Ghoul Destroyer play. With Ghoul Destroyer you can kind of run in head first. You don't have a Naga as well, obviously. It's only dual hero. So it takes some adjustments. But it takes way more adjustments from the Night Elf, by the way. This is very tricky to perfectly micro for the Night Elf.
Yeah. And in essence, guys, pull your worm back early. It is very important. We got red spots now. Frostworm coming. The inventory for Medusa the Gamer, by the way, is insane. Ring of Regions, Circlet, Orb, Boots, Double Claw. With bears coming, and Happy is still waiting for the big upgrades. Yet that red spot will help him a lot. Item, Ancient Django.
When Life defeated one of those worms, by the way, was it just Riot Bear's upgrades, or did he make any wins? Probably not, right?
Well, yeah, Mr. Rimodimo, it is Medusa the Gamer. We can say many positive things about Medusa the Gamer, but build variety isn't one of them. It was double Ancient Overlord, Dryad Bears, but perfectly executed.
Yeah, I also feel like that might just be the better strat around 50 supply. If you ever get to a huge army, Talons or Hippogriffs are really good, but if they're in low numbers, which they tend to be in lower supply, then Web is just incredible against them. So I think this might just be the best way to handle this. The worm is out. This is where Happy is supposed to hit a power spike.
But it looks pretty good for Life again. Draining mana. We have a staff, hopefully. We absolutely do. I don't think Life is in a position where he can lose the demon. And this fight looks very wonky. Worm is coming in, but an open battlefield without any chance to hide the worm over trees.
The Dryades are going for the worm right away. These Dryades now what Happy wants to focus, but the Dryades surviving surprisingly long, and the worm has taken a lot of damage immediately. This is, I think, an adjustment by Life here, hitting heavily on the worm early, and now the worm seems to be out of the fight.
Right on. The Destroyer is forgotten about. Happy has a new favorite toy, and that is the worm that gets saved. With the Destroyer so exposed, easy kill. Ghouls on the ground as well. We still have 2 bears, and that is Redo available. Happy taking a bit of a beating here. Rebuilds quickly. Supply is a bit misleading because the worm is in production. And Life can be very satisfied with this, I think, even though everything's bruised.
Yeah, this was again a beautiful timing by Life, by the way, hitting right before the power spike is hit with the worm, forcing that fight early, putting in some damage and draining mana, importantly. Life is doing this really damn well, and I would say Happy here again is not playing this worm as well as we see it from 1-0.
Yeah, I don't think you can fight out in the open. It was a very sketchy engagement here, we have to say. The creeps were still engaged. You were here at the perfect worm spot with all the forest around you. Life dragged it out, sacrificed a couple of seconds at the entry of the battle for a better fighting position after all. And then, as you perfectly put, the worm being punished so quickly. Now what? We need to stack up on items, upgrades, army, and then fight again.
Much of the map has been crept. Nice little ultra vision advantage right now. During the Moonstone nighttime. Now natural nighttime. Wellspring already researched. So this is going to be lots and lots of moon juice available soon. This means that if a fight should ever be brought to the Night Elf doorstep, it's going to be a huge advantage for Life.
That's actually a sick Wellspring timing. We oftentimes talk about how Night Elves are not valuing this upgrade much, but Life here definitely did. Tailor-made for this time in the game. Plus he gets the red spot. We don't have a town portal though, if the Blizzard overlay isn't lying to us, so he has to rush back. Gets the Brilliance Aura for more mana regeneration, which is always sweet. Happy's trying to check on him, doesn't find him. Double worm online. Big damage, but also Life can go into 60 food now with the 700 gold he's banking.
Very interesting the way that Life is macroing this. How he's deciding to spend his money. He's got only 2 bears, no more. 50 supply Dryad army. Feeling kind of strong, I think. Also with the Moonwell thing going on right now. And now he's going wing. I think that makes a lot of sense.
I agree. If he has the time for that, sure. Question is, will Happy win this fight here maybe? The bears kite it out. The Dryads don't get a real grip on things. Statue is not looking too good. And ghouls are exposed as well on the cost of 1 bear. We have a staff ready, right? We must be, because the Demon Hunter is your backbone. But Life is basically stalling.
Yeah, the cool thing is also he goes for Ancient of Wind, which he knows makes him weak at a time when there isn't even many creeps on the map. So if he loses map control right now, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, but he's not just forfeiting all of the map to the opponent. He's still trying to poke here and there, picked off some ghouls, but you want to make sure you don't just throw all your Dryads away here.
How much time do we need for the talents? The upgrade is coming. Still 700 gold, still at 50 the entire time. Happy is paying upkeep every single second. That's the cost you pay for the double worm map control. And love your point about the timing of banking and transitioning. Because what can Happy do now? Shop control is all that's left.
He could have taken the orange camp here. I'm surprised he didn't do it. Is he trying? Maybe he's trying to bait Life to take it, to look for a creep jack. Oh, wow. Yeah, I think that's exactly what's going on. This is some next level baits going on, but I think Life also is aware of the danger. And
he has an exit plan to the upper right. The crab will fall to Happy though, most likely. Fiend position, bit too far forward. Fork Lightning just tickles, and the demon is getting more and more punished. 2 Dryads down, third one about to die, but Moonwell saves him. Talents when, Remo?
That's the thing with them, man. They take forever to produce. The upgrade is now done. The first one only now in production. Oh, Life is getting battered in the main base.
We need help here. We need help quickly. Not sure if Happy has Web. He should be. Definitely has Burrow. The worms can do whatever they want. Invul Potion, but not paired with the Rejuvenation. This is usually what makes the Invul so strong on the Demon. Now the Naga is getting battered. Talents are coming slowly but steady, and they're so needed.
And the web isn't going to make them too overwhelming, I would imagine. DK's level 5 already. Wait, do we have web?
I don't think so.
We might not have web.
Ooh, has to focus them. Demon Hunter in trouble as well. Happy will have to go for web immediately, but he's still producing a feed here. Demon! A little bit of a potion, a little bit of healing, but Medusa, the gamer, sees no way out of his own base anymore. Taps out. Happy back-to-back wins with double worm play, man. Very impressive comeback.
Yeah, really well done. It seemed like Life did almost everything here really well. Took the first couple of minutes super well, but that transition just didn't happen fast enough. Give him 2 more minutes, give him a lot of talents, and all of a sudden he's in a way better spot. But Happy strikes there at the right time after what was a very hard early game. We'll see what we get here on map number 4. Happy could turn out to be the winner of this series here on this map already. Of course, we're going to play all 5 maps in the Play All 5 series. Every map is worth additional prize money. Life, of course, would love to take this map here and then bring it home on map 5 to break that loss streak finally that he has found himself in.
Well, who doesn't have a losing streak against Happy these days is another question. I think everybody does. But yeah, he's surely the closest. And it's just a 2-game loss streak, I think it is. We have Demon Hunter and DK once again. This will not change even here on Shattered Exile. A map where you could expand if you want to, but we have still this these paradigms with the undeads of this world. Levy always expands. 1-2-0 sometimes expands early. Happy never expands early.
I think Happy's playing the meta the best, just in terms of strength. I think Undead Fast Expert has been figured out pretty well by Night Elves. I've said this many times. I think one of the best strats for Night Elves is for Undead to fast expand. It sounds weird, but I think they have a very strong counter strategy, in my opinion. Whereas if a top Undead plays on perfect execution with 1 base, I think that's way harder to beat. And I think the evidence points in that direction. But of course, it's also a styles thing. Because if Labby, for example, plays the same style that Happy does, it doesn't play on the same level. It doesn't have that same danger. So for him, probably the fast expansion is his stronger strategy.
Yeah, very much agree with everything you said. I still want Levy to go for Mass Gargs and be annoying. But I've been wondering and hoping that for like 2 years, and it's never gonna happen. Another thing that we have to point out here, again, no immolation.
Yeah, kind of interesting. Like sometimes when you feel like you don't get level 2 ever, you still want to have the mana burn, but obviously he got level 2. Maybe he felt like immolation is mainly a tool for efficient creeping these days, and there was no creep efficiency to be received here. But yeah, you certainly do have a true point. It also helps in dealing lots of damage to the ghouls early.
And this would be once again the perfect spot, similar to Autumn Leaves, but we ain't having that. All we can do is mana burn and right click, and this is a very contested spot early on, always between the 2 players, regardless of their factions, actually. Life has to be extremely careful to not get surrounded here. He got the boots for that. Very good early damage as well with claws 1 more time. But Happy can say the same. Gets the item, gets XP, moves away, be safe.
Once again, battling for experience and items, as always in the early game. Normally, no hero is supposed to really be in danger here. Unlikely players of this level would be losing many units. But yeah, the green camps are what we're looking for. Maybe the orange camps. Especially in the middle, these orange camps at the shop give a wonderful experience.
Yeah, that's usually the second target for the players after the contested green is done. We go for tier 2, and then of course we have our eyes on the tavern. Happy is already there, knocking on the door, waiting for the tavern to open, just like Remo Demo on a classic Saturday morning.
Nothing better. You know, we call it Frühshoppe.
Exactly.
Because you take the shopper früh in the morning, the demon surely will not miscalculate this. Nice little catch there by Happy. Costs him only a ghoul, forcing that TP, and more importantly, he gets that big item.
Right on. Life on the other side gets the assassin. I will die on that hill. It's one of the best units you can get from the mercenary camp. It's like a dryad with better armor types most of the time. Still has the poison, but medium armor. Versus ghouls, of course, it's terrible versus fiends. It's great. So this is what Life was going for. Poison is spread on the ghouls on Happy. He has to slow down, and Happy is again going for a lich.
Okay. There is a third way to play this, by the way. You know, DK Lich into Worm, DK Lich into Naga is the first two. There's also DK Lich into Tier 3 expansion. That is one possibility. Demon looking strong right now, by the way. Level 8, plus 16 damage. He wants to have tankiness in the late game, but right now the DPS is wonderful.
Happy, despite not having boots, is running away from the Naga. This is no level 3 on the DK, though, as the Water Elementals go to the Naga, and Demon Hunter keeps roaming. Very aggressive Life, I like that. Doesn't seem stressed by the score of the series. Still motivated, still able to play his game. Not as oppressive as map 1, but still, I think map control with Naga should go to him for now.
This assassin, by the way, also, if we get to it, is really good against worms. If it doesn't just die immediately. The piercing, the poison. Very nice. And the Demon Hunter here, of course, trying to drain all the mana he can. Happy, though, on the task immediately there with the mana burn. With the Nova, I mean. But no, there's no Nova anymore. Demon could maybe try to go in. Against a lesser undead, I think he's going to get that mana burn against the DK. But against Happy, he's like, you know what? Don't want to risk that.
And, you know, now damage is evened out as Happy finds a claw as well. It's all fair with the RNG in Warcraft 3 at the end of the day. Bears coming, Dryad Dispel coming, Naga creeping. Kind of similar to how you would play it versus human, with fast leveling Naga for big fork lightnings.
Yeah, again, love to get that Naga 3 quickly, especially against that ghoul timing. Speaking of ghouls, we don't have too many. It is fiends early. This again points towards worms. If we see fiend production early, like mentioned earlier, you need the fiends to blow up the dryads so that they can't hard counter the worms too easily. But there is no boneyard. Happy's lumber is a bit low, and I think he's just not going to go worms. If you're going to go worms, you make him right away, the boneyard, I'd say, and maybe you wait on destroyers. So this is a bit of an unusual look here by Happy. We have dual hero, no worms, no third base. This is very uncommon to see.
To me, it's really rare that he doesn't reposition his ghouls next to the graveyard. He's carving spots into the base for maybe double temple. But then he has not enough lumber for that.
Yeah, this might not even be intentional. Maybe he just forgot. Sometimes we see that being forgotten. Reminds me of Ente, by the way. Worst graveyards of all time.
What the fuck, dude? This straight.
Do you remember Ente's graveyards, dude? They sometimes didn't even touch a tree. But yeah, point being, not every player always considers lumber efficiency so, you know, as such a priority. And I think Life is kind of surprised here. How is he getting to creep this much? How is he allowed to do all this? He has so many items, so much experience already. I'd say Life has really enjoyed this game so far.
I agree. Being left alone is wonderful. Unholy Aura is wonderful. Ring of Protection on the demon is wonderful. I feel like he's missing a bit of HP, maybe, against the Coil Nova nuke. Gets the flute one more time. He had that on Autumn Leaves before. And Happy is only now on the way to level 3 with... Yeah, this is like the most standard. Oh, Happy has repositioned the ghouls. Stream cheat confirmed?
I mean, we still don't know what he's doing, though. This is looking so confusing.
Yeah, it is.
Getting up to 50. Oh, Acolyte moving. Okay, now we might get a little bit of intel. No, that's just a ziggurat. That doesn't tell us nothing.
What the hell?
This is a weird game by Happy.
Yeah. No bombs either. No lumber for Disease Cloud again. Super straightforward. That is usually not the way this is played in the late game on top level.
And just allows Life to take the entire map. Like, he crapped so much. Next big item, what is this? Belt, not even bad for the Naga.
Oh, I love it on the Demon Hunter as well. Love it everywhere. For me, Belt, Periap, the perfect counter, quote unquote, to Coil Nova when Rune Braces aren't around.
A player's forces are under
Dude, the
attack.
Naga for life is almost level 4.
Yes.
Before any fight. Like, this is insane.
Yes.
This normally never happens.
The Naga is a
Life
bit
has been given so much freedom this game.
the Naga's a bit exposed, maybe. No TP, no potion. It's all on the Demon Hunter. Gotta be careful. Happy is very, very good at identifying weak targets. Coming in now. Nice pokes around the block. And here we go. Is he going Mana Shield again? No, it's not.
Yeah, level 2 Cold Arrow is also really good, man. This is a super strong slow. Archers, of course, getting nuked easily from orbit. But the strong parts of the army still remain.
True. Very, very true. We'll never underestimate the strength of a Cold Arrow. Here's the fight now with Destroyer Morph, Chain Morphing, DK far forward, eating up a little bit of damage. Dryads are coming in as well. You mentioned the damage of the Assassin versus Worms. It's also true against Destros if they can reach. Still neck and neck fight. Assassin down now. Bear only one remaining and Happy somehow slaughters life in the fight.
Yeah, lots of kills on both sides, more experience going to both players, and I would say the strongest level 5 here is the Demon Hunter that we're moving towards. It's lots of experience for both sides, like I said. But yeah, I guess supply-wise, you're right. I guess Happy here has the better trade, but we're not done yet with the fight. The big invuln is still available.
Oh, with the reju, that would be so good. Lich about to die. Invul potion on him. Naga has to get out of the fight. Invul is necessary very soon. Don't be too greedy. He's waiting for a bear. I think Invul potion necessary now. No coil. TP swap. DK. I don't think he has enough damage, does he? Can't get the hits out. The bear falls. Exit kill. 10 food lead for Happy. And the big Invul potion gone as well, but we're getting closer and closer to 5 on the DH, as you said. Plus, this was a scary, scary moment for life because the ghouls were still around. Now, they're not.
Yeah, we got like 4 ghouls left over. Happy has a Shade, patrolling, looking for enemy expansions. Big map like this, of course, that helps a lot. Very strong upgrades, by the way. Fiend's about to have 2-2 really early on. So that's where Happy is investing his lumber. Yeah, it's not worms, not A-bombs or disease or even banshees. It's just Fiend Destroyer with upgrades.
That is interesting, isn't it? We usually never see this. Lightning Shield. Okay, eaten. Love the Shade by Happy. Get Frost Armor and Dark Ritual on the level 4 Lich. DK close to 5. Devotion Aura. Not that great for him, actually. Lots of the damage is poison. Armor doesn't diminish that. But now we got 150 mana burns.
Another thing, very tanky over here. Tome of Knowledge, hell yeah. This is 1150 HP Demon. This is a super tanky boy. When you get to this tankiness level, sometimes you don't even need Invul. Although it is a bit risky to play, you know. But sometimes you can save that or just have it on the Naga. The Naga certainly needs one. That is clear.
Did you just advise a Night Elf to not get Invul potions on the Demon Hunter, Remo? What the fuck?
It's a real men do it.
What the fuck? Get your B2W ribs ready, boys.
Yeah, he's going for the staff only. Staff is enough. Double staff. No need for Invul.
Waiting for the narrator. He did need an Invul potion.
As it turns out.
As it turns out.
An Invul was needed. The Great Wall of Moonwells here for life in the main base. If an attack comes from the right-hand side, this would make moving for him here really weird. This is a very awkward position if Happy pushes into this.
Looks nice, though. Very FFA-esque.
A player's forces are under attack.
We have almost crept up every single camp on this map. There's a single green remaining. Levels are pretty even. Naga for life has the experience lead, though. Naga 5 also pretty good. Lich 5, though, certainly crazier.
Happy is investing to the 3rd attack upgrade. Here comes the stuff. It's in time. Happy has lots and lots of gold, but lumber is still a bit of an issue. 4 ghouls should be more than enough. But it turns out it isn't. I really like life's resource situation better.
Very slow late game stage here. We're just creeping whatever is left, respecting each other's dominance of their side of the map. And now you might just be sitting and camping for a little while. And this could also be where you add in some tech additions if you feel you have the time. But do you have the time? Is there a time here to go for Ancient of Wind, for example? It's hard to make that call. Life is very low on bears again, by the way. This looks like he's facing worms, but he's not facing worms.
Yeah. But it's also, like, it's a bit safer, isn't it? It's not uncommon for Happy to go Banshees. And then if you invest late game into bears, you might have to kill them yourself, and then they have very little value. So, I understand. He's also poking into the base, seeing if there's any temples, but there aren't. He's probably as confused as we are.
Disease Cloud is now coming.
A town is
I've seen
under
this
siege.
1-0 strat a couple of times where he banks a long time, normally with expansion, and then getting up to 90 supply with lots of wagons. When your opponent has tons of dryads, lots of wagons are actually really good. Would be kind of weird though in this case because he spent so much money on fiend upgrades and wagons wouldn't get any of that.
True. Yeah, I'm a big fan of wagons late game. Big fan also of, in general, the Sheik style with Garg's worm into wagon. But I don't think Happy's gonna follow his countrymen into that sort of play. How are we spending our money? Third defense upgrade to counter the third attack upgrade. So that will be even as well. Love that on the Dryad. We're gonna be +6. But yeah, there's very little to do here right now. Except shop control. But Happy has double invul already. Has the heal scroll ready. 1700 gold for life.
Second slaughterhouse. Oh, this might indeed be that A-bomb wagon transition. Happy selling lots of lumber, but the 4 ghouls should be bringing plenty back. Finally, they're properly next to the graveyard. Lots and lots of trees have been cut down already. First attack upgrade, here it comes for A-bombs and wagons.
Okay, rather cheap, super fast as well. What do you do with your life? I guess there's again no web. Oh, we gotta be careful here. Demon Hunter has the staff. Ideally, you'd want to play Chimeras.
Yep. Absolutely, there would be a blast, literally, but the Shade would see it right away. This also is what Life knows. He knows there's a Shade roaming, and that one's almost impossible to catch. I would say MG's probably a bad idea. Not great against disease, not great against A-bombs. You could just maybe beat this with pure Bear Dryad? Maybe?
Oh, Demon Hunter being caught. Needs dribbles around it. Lovely. The burns are really, really good. But what now? Third attack upgrade for life. He is so greedy. 2,300 gold. If this colorful...
How long is it going to take him to even spend his money?
Right, he only has 2 production...
buildings.
Yeah, exactly. He only has 2 production buildings.
Happy's got 3, pumping now the A-bombs and Acolytes. Happy isn't going all in push, he's going for expansion. I would say Life can pretty easily counter-expand, but he needs to find it out first.
Well, if only all races had a shade, huh? If only all races had a shade.
Double Chimrus, by the way, immediately seen.
Okay, he only needs weapon, he needs more fiends. I'm pretty sure Life also knows that Happy is gonna go into upkeep now to secure his expo. Happy also very rich, by the way, we have to say.
Oh, Happy adjusting. Unsummoning Slaughterhouse, making triple crypt for Gargs.
Yeah, that's even better than web. How do you deal with that now?
I think the big problem is here, Life just didn't see the Acolyte. He didn't see the expansion.
Oh, there's no urgency.
He's moving a
for
Wisp.
him.
Wait, is he expanding finally? Could have done that quite a bit earlier. That's the expansion, right?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Alright, now Life's low lumber, but he got all the upgrades in the world already. That's the good thing. Chim's, though, also very lumber heavy.
Life is still at 50 food. He's so greedy with this. Of course, you're up against Happy, right? He's a monster in everything he does. You feel like you have to be a little extra special, a little extra greedy. This might come to bite him eventually. The Chimera... If the Gargs come out, man, what do you do with the Gargs? Does he see them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Vision.
okay.
Got the sight.
I think he also saw the Blight, so he knows. For
You know,
sure.
the funny thing is, if the Chims get webbed, they're gonna take little damage from the gargoyles.
That's right, but then they take a lot of damage from the Fiends.
Yeah.
And also, you know, it's also piercing damage from Gargs to ground. So it's not horror bad.
It's gonna be a very interesting fight. It's gonna be so much damage on both sides, by the way. Shit is gonna blow up.
Very much looking forward to casting that. Oh, damn. No Invo Potion on life whatsoever. Very much slot starved. How heavy are you even going for Chimeras? He goes 4 Chimeras now.
Yeah, very interesting. So, if I was to guess, I would think A-bombs and Chims are gonna blow up pretty fast. What? Hoo, hoo, hoo! That was a close call.
Calculated. Calculated. Expo for Life is up. Happy moving.
Forces are under attack.
If Life wants to win this show match, he has to win this map.
He has a ton of Moon Juice support here in the main base. The staff is gonna teleport him there. Also, just simply not far away from the expansion. Shades for Happy can still give him vision. There's one coming in from the right. And now we go in.
Bit of a bad choke here. Gargs are targeting. You could pre-rejuve the Chimeras. Happy looks like he's straight going for the tree. Now we take the fight. Nova is good. Gargs are good. Chimeras have no impact, it looks like. How good is the target fire? We need the Fork Lightning as well. The Chimps have to survive, and I think they do.
Yeah, Chims fell back to the Moonwells. Good healing there. The Garg is slowly being picked off. Bear's also falling, however. Commander in the middle of the fray. Doing great mana burning here. Happy has no mana left.
One Chimera still up in the air. The Fork Lightning hits hard. Statues don't do that much. One Chimera still there. Naga level 5. If only had that before. Chimera being picked off. 62, 57. There's still Fiends on the ground. There's still lots and lots of Dryads for Medusa.
That Chim, can he staff it out? Oh, gets that kill. Huge experience. I wonder if the staff was on cooldown. That's a big loss. The Demon Hunter is ready to keep on fighting. The Lich is about to get surrounded. No, he's not, but even without the Lich is dead. Huge kill. Look at that experience. 5.5 on both elf heroes.
Holy shit, what a fight by Life! Not phased by the Gargs. It was a lot of Gargs, and it's usually, you know, you right-click on the shift, right-click on the Chimeras, and they all fall. But the smart repositioning, good healing in the fight, despite not having heal scrolls either. No pre-rejuve either. Such an excellently crafted fight. But now, can we do something against that Undead Expo?
Yeah, big reason here why this fight went so well was, of course, the Moon Juice support. Now we're on the other side of the map. Can't rely on it anymore. But what do you do without a Lich? Need to get him back from the tavern. Lich is back, thanks to Shade. Needs to get that staff, get back home. But this is all painful.
The Dryads pick up the Acolytes. So at the moment, no income for Happy. The main base is gone. We got Nature's Blessing on Life side in the works. So the tree could move over if you want to move away from your Moonwell setup. And Life feeling comfortable now. Fork Lightning, Invo Potion. Now Shoes on the other foot. We don't have any mana for any nukes though. Everything is calculatable. And the staff is ready. And Life has an Invo Potion. Dryads are coming in for additional crowd control. Everything they attack will be slowed. You gotta be careful though. Happy is just inches away from the shop and the mana pot.
By the way, once again here, second time this series, Life found the Unholy Aura. Best item for a Night Elf imaginable against Undead late game, especially against Disease. And now, got a huge lead here. Life looking to tie up this series. Chances are looking great right now.
Happy is not moving away from the Gargs, by the way. Still invests into them. I would love to see a heal scroll, maybe? Demon Hunter in trouble. Staff. No nuke in 3, 2. Again, very close. So close to a Nova we were. Life, I feel like he just needs the defensive stance. Hold that Expo, win the game.
Yeah, mana potion there was also kind of wasted. It's not going to be available later if he needs one in a desperate time. Life looking good, man. Looking really good. Still has a bunch of moon juice left over, by the way. So many mooners at home. Nighttime was not running for so long earlier. We're back to nighttime pretty soon, by the way.
And the next fight, Demon Hunter 50%, the Gargoyles being sniped easily. If only he keeps the Demon Hunter alive, that should be his game. Coil under the influence of Invo Potion, so we're safe there. One more nuke, the staff is ready. Invo Potion could be swapped as well. We're getting lots and lots of detonates possibly. Staff out. We have no staff in though, so Life has to fight without the demon. But with this huge army, doesn't even matter.
Yeah, the healing available for the Knife here is just so crazy in the ultra late game with some bears and also the moon juice. And that series is tied up. This guy delivers. Once again, Life here being so resource aware, saving so much gold just for the right time. It seemed like for a long time he didn't produce early enough, but the Chim edition, beautiful. And he knew back at home he could take a good fight. This is a wonderful series right here.
Full out best of 5. And do you know what I feel is so cool about this last map? So many people who are not following the scene closely say Medusa the Gamer is a robot. He does the same thing every game. He doesn't have the creativity. He doesn't have the ingenuity. This was such a well-crafted counter. This was so well played. It was very greedy going for that big bank of 2,400, but it was exactly what he needed. The Chimera answer was nice. He was relying in his ability to pull them back and let the Dryads and the Naga do the job. Medusa is not a robot, man. He knows exactly what to do, and this was a late game meta that we see in no other matchup in Undead Night Elf.
We have a channel point prediction going on as well, by the way. Happy there. The 7-3 favorite at the moment. On map 4, by the way, which Life won, it was only 4% betting on Life. So there was big points for whoever that was, and big losses for everybody else.
You gotta believe. You know, the thing with channel point prediction is they always bet on who they think will win, but they're not voting with their heart. That's why I asked the chat here. It seems to be pretty much 50-50, like this entire series.
Now we're seeing the first move out. Demon Hunter picked up the first item. The gloves of haste are
under attack.
indeed his worst, but good on the Naga later, and certainly won't be his last item either. Starting off with Mana Burn, not Immolation. I know someone who might not like that too much.
Well, there is a pattern, and how can we judge Life after he got a win with Mana Burn? He will have his reason. I'm not doubting Medusa the Gamer. Happy gets the last
Item.
G boys. So close. He gets the item with the slippers. That's nice, but he has to pay the price of an archer.
Small mistake here by Life, running that one into the end snare, but he makes up for it with a last hit deny there on the archer. That means no experience for Happy's Death Knight, still pretty far away from 2. And those slippers, you don't want to underestimate them. This Agi goes a long way. Loves to be found on the demon.
Big fan of the socks indeed. Big fan of Yevgen Usatenko. Thank you for the €5 support. GG, boys. Wow, not yet, but it is 4 nice series indeed. And we have another team match coming up with Team 120 versus Focus. And then amateur esports later the evening as well. Life is super aggressive, man. I wonder if he's sacrificing too much of his own progress here.
Yeah, normally you make a total of 4 archers, the Ancient of War moves. Ooh, and now it's a close call. Demon Hunter heard it. There's a coil. Could almost be his end. Now we got the level 2. That is coil. Only a ring for Happy, though. He wants to find the damage items, of which he has none so far. But of course, still many opportunities on the map.
This is a scary, scary moment for Life now. Happy with the Ritual Dagger. Everything will heal up, including the DK. Life has to go all the way back on level 1. Doesn't have evasion. He got an archer trap set up, but that also means they are not in the base. Happy could go for some terrible damage now.
Demon Hunter should kind of know where the DK is going. He passed by him like a ship in the night, and now ghouls in the main base could cancel that Hunter's Hall, which they will.
Ooh, this sets Life back. He builds a second Hunter's Hall already, but yeah, Dryads will be late, Lores will be late, and Wisps up for grabs.
All right, let's keep count. How many wisps we're going to be losing here? The more wisps you lose, the later your tier 3 is going to be. Could be painful for the fight of bears against the ghouls. So far, good saves. Only a single wisp dying now. Happy looking for more execution of the easy targets. One ghoul going down as well. Life killing off a bunch of ghouls here would also be quite helpful for later.
Got one, and that's level 2. Evasion up, so are boots. So is the Naga that are coming in on a collision course with the rest of Happy's army. Who's this better for? Can he slow the DK down? He wants to do some damage here, but even without boots, this is not enough, and the ghouls flee. I think excellent wisp juggling on Life. This could have ended a lesser Night Elf right there. But Life still stands tall, even though he's very small in real life.
He's going for boots. There it is. This is what I expected from Happy. He's going to pick up the Naga. He wants to be brawling. The downside is he's got a very low Death Knight, so he can't participate too much. But great creeping by Life as well. He got the item already. Scourge Bone Chimes, which is not that good, actually. But still, good to pick up. And picks up the first ghoul right away. The DK, you see how careful he has to be with his position.
Careful with the Naga as well. She's eating so much damage from all these ghouls, but the town portal was traded over. I think these... this Vamp Aura was very good for this brawl, and in general for early brawls when you want to rely on the Demon Hunter. For later, maybe not that great. Tech on the way. Dryads coming. Tier 3 started for both players, but Life wants to keep on brawling.
Experience still pretty low here in this game, which is a good state for the undead normally. Weak Demon Hunter means a weak Night Elf. Now a big item to be picked up. Mana Burn Steel potential. Life is looking confident, man. He's taking these trades well. 3 ghoul kills in the early is good, but he has to remember that TP is gone.
Exactly. And archers are necessary for some creep speed as well. The Polar Bear does a good job for now. And level 3 is far away. Fiends coming. Statues on the way as well. Who gets the Ogre? Who gets the big item?
Ogre running towards the elf base. Happy, does he have the coil available for the steal? Yes, he does. Doesn't get it. Item as well, going to Life. A little bit unlucky here. 2 bad items in a row, if you want to be strict. But that's also more gold available.
Right on. Oh, damn. Why is the Vamp Aura not great later? Bears will fall very quickly and don't have the biggest value from this. For Demon Hunter, of course, lovely. But usually you trade it in, get the gold, get an Invo Potion, and get a bigger army instead. I think that holds more value than keeping the Vamp Aura.
Yeah, Life Steal is only good if your units are alive for a long time to get out lots of hits to do lots of healing. And bears don't stay alive long and they don't get many hits. So very low value there.
And of course, we all know how often the Demon Hunter dies. Kappa.
Yeah, Demon is kind of funny. Normally, he either dies quickly or he's the last one to be focused. So also for him, Lifesteal is kind of like rarely really good. But it's pretty good here for creeping. He got level 3. He's less reliant right now on Ancient of War. Big Invo Potion also quite nice to see. And Life here, very aggressive creeping, trying to take away the enemy Merc camp of all of it.
I really like that. Like, just as a sign, like, yeah, I'm fine with this, dude. I know you don't have anything that can threaten me. You don't have a Lich just yet. You don't have an Orb yet. There's no Destroyers here. I also have relatively little, but it's fine, man. And this is one of the biggest camps on Happy side of the map.
Ancient of War is moving towards the red. This is amazing creeping right here. Like, normally this Merc and this red goes to the undead, and the other Merc and the other red goes to the Night Elf. If Life gets the other Merc and the other red, that would be outrageous. Happy cannot allow this.
I think this has the potential for be another town portal repositioning that he did before on a map to slice up the map. You know, I had a little bit of coaching with Leon, and he tried to hammer that in my brain. Like, you got to think in camps. You got to slice up the middle and try and get as much of the pizza pie as you can. And that was the red spot here for Life. Very nice. Level 3, also very nice. Happy gets the flute. You'll certainly not complain about that either.
Yeah, and Happy arrives at the party and he sees all the pizza slices are gone already. You know what? Not exactly. The crust is still there, but the juicy parts in the middle with the item is gone. And that must give him a feeling of urgency. He knows he cannot give away the other red camp and Merc camp for free to the Night Elf right here, to Life. And Life, I think, is just creep-wise in a great position right now.
I agree. It's not a cheesy crust, everybody. I can say that. Now!
People still eat cheesy crust? I feel like I haven't seen that in forever.
Oh, it's so good, dude. It's so good. But it also costs like $100. That's way too expensive these days. So, no cheesy crust for me anymore.
And there it is. Next red camp, he is taking the cheese and the crust and the toppings.
Jesus.
Cloak of Flames. Not amazing, but I think it's alright.
I think
Almost level 4 already. Look at these. Look at the experience.
it's crazy, dude. I think it's a very situational item. If the ghouls are still around, this is amazing. Later, you can sell it for Invo Potion Heal Scroll. So for now, for the first big fight, it's really nice. And thankfully, he's not proceeding to sell that. Happy though, expansion bottom left.
The Wisps see that, I wonder.
It's a bit of an early timing, isn't it?
Happy's levels are decent, but not fantastic. 3-3-2 against 4-3. Life right now with the supply lead. Has played a great series, a great creep game here, especially on map 5. Maybe the scout has eluded him. So far, it doesn't exactly seem as if he knows 100%.
Players'
Yeah, there is
forces
a
are
little
under
bit of
attack.
time though. Expo hasn't paid off. There is still lots of time actually. You know what? Go for a sapper, blow it up. He knows now.
Again, so much creeping. This is looking pretty similar to Shattered Exile. Just so much creeping, so much experience being picked up. He can't even hold all the items here. No, I guess he sold something. Parry App, that's a good demon item.
Thankfully, finally, someone echoes that against Coil Nova. It's perfect. It is creep-wise very similar to Shattered Exile, but it's also not in a way that Life is not banking at all. He blasts out the bears and got the demon in position soon. Cloak sold for its staff. I can't understand that. Staff is so important to get back into it. We get an orb. Happy is scouting and will fortify that position.
You know what I love here with the item distribution, by the way? He gives the Hood of Cunning to the Naga. Almost no Night Elf ever does this. They want to have all the Agi on the demon. But he realizes, well, Agi's nice, but the mana doesn't do anything for the demon pretty much. Puts it on the Naga instead. And now we're seeing the big fight break out. Fighting close to the Blight. Should be great news for the Undead. And two bears blow up immediately with a Destroyer damage.
Yeah, and he can't get the revenge kill either. Piercing damage is amazing versus Dryad. Target fire by Happy. Perfect as always. And this first fight doesn't look too great. We got a redo in though. We got reinforcements in as well. Dispels against it. This is something 1-0 really effed up a little bit in their fight against Life. We got the Fiend falling. Bear still in the fight. The redo on the Dryad is great. The other one's dead though. Bear's target now. Dryad seem to be free, but two of them not participating in the fight.
The bears just get hammered so fast. Happy could even fall back to the Blight. The DK is hurt. I think Life has to go for a Hail Mary here. I think he has to go for a hero kill. The Death Knight would be the big one. Can he get him? Death Knight being chased. Right clicks through. One more. Two more. The slowdown from the Naga.
Incredible!
Just enough to get him to safety.
Dude, you wanted the tri-hero combo for Happy, and the Naga is actually saving him the game. Next Hail Mary coming in. Lich this time in trouble. DK has a potion. Coil perfectly done.
And there's almost nothing left for the Night Elf army. The Dryads have all evaporated along with the Bears. The Demon is so strong. All the weight now on his shoulders. I don't think he can do it alone.
Needs a staff and then needs the staff back in. Life maybe a little bit too long here and waited a second too long. Happy was so ready. The triple destroyer burst is pretty much perfect. Just like this target fire. Coil over. Game over. Happy wins the show match 3-2. What a phenomenal show of display by both competitors.
Yeah, really close call right here. If Life found out about the expansion earlier, if he counter-expanded earlier, I think that could have been his game, but he decided to go all-in push. Maybe he saw it a little bit too late. Close fight, though. If he gets that DK, all of a sudden, anything's possible here. Really cool. Great showing between the two, but Happy stays on top just barely. Had to fight hard for it.